Hey guys, and if you would like a bird's eye view of that video, click on the links in the description box below, and I have got an entire video, it's about 12 minutes long, of a bird's eye view looking down of that whole process. So mixing, adding the honey, doing everything. Also, I've got a separate video for mixing the sourdough starter together, and again, no voice, it's just looking down, bird's eye view. So you can click on those links to see. And this video is going to be me talking about the sourdough bread and how I do it. So enjoy! Hey, what's up everybody? We're here in my kitchen, and right here behind me we've got some honey, some salt, some flour, and some water. Bang! There's the water. So, sourdough bread. A lot of people have done this recipe. I've been doing it for a year now. I'm nobody special. Yes, I am actually, but I just wanted to show people how easy this is. Once you have a sourdough starter, which is so easy to make. I've seen stuff with pineapple. I've seen people make some pretty weird sourdough breads, but it's really easy to make. Anyway, so this video is all about sourdough, all about bread making with 4 simple ingredients that I'm going to show you right now. It takes me about 15 minutes to mix it all together, and then I just let it rise and you eat it, and it's fantastic. So here we go. Hey everybody, I am here today to show you how to make sourdough bread. You know why you clicked here. Just kidding. So guys, today is my day that I'm showing you how to make sourdough bread. I'm not measuring anything. I hope that you can learn to do this without measuring anything. I use this bowl every single time. I have all the ingredients laying out right here, so I'm going to go through this process. I'll do another video on how to do sourdough starter. Okay, so first thing I do is I have all of my flour right here, spelt flour. I take a measuring thingy sometimes and get that ready to go. The very first thing I do is I take some of my sourdough, and you can see how beautiful it is. It is actually bubbling. Now this is a starter I started all by myself. I started it in November, and my husband accidentally threw it away, and it got pretty nasty. So I started a new one, I think in February. Oh, that's recent. Okay, it's March. Anyways, well let's dive in. Let's dive in. Okay, here we go. Normally I would have my hair back, but you know, I'm on TV now, so. Okay, so first, I usually do this, it doesn't matter. I do this whenever. So that's what I do. Dump some sourdough starter in there. Then you're gonna wanna take your flour and you get pretty good at this, but pop goes right in. However much, it doesn't matter. What matters is the consistency of your starter once you add the water. So let's add some water. In it goes. Just eyeball it, feel it out, mix it up. Now I'll show you what we want it to look like. It's just kind of a sticky consistency. All right, peeps, hair's going up. Hair is going up. There we go. There we go. Okay. So you're looking for a sticky consistency. This is going to sit for 24 hours. All this is salt, is flour and water. That's it. So easy. And it's even easier to make it. It's like, don't measure anything. Don't. Just throw flour and water in a jar. I will show you. I'll make a video of it. Okay, boom. That's done. Consistency is about like that. Give or take. Ah! Once that's done, go ahead and put your saran wrap on it. I keep mine up here. This is a nifty little thing I love. And just set it to the side for another day. If you're going to go a while without using it, stick it in the fridge. Bring it back out when you're ready. So, there we are with the sourdough. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of water to that. About that much. I go off of the bowl measurements rather than measurements, because I love Rachel Ray. She like never measures anything, and I think that's fantastic. So excuse me 1 second. Fix my shirt. Okay, here we go. Honey goes in. Again, don't measure. Who cares? Just put some honey in there. Doesn't matter. I'll be honest though, at the beginning I did measure and I would make sure like everything was measured, but now I don't. Okay, so that goes in. A little bit of salt. I use Himalayan salt. There's hundreds of different types of salt, so this is what I throw in. Just a nice little palmful. When I first started doing this, it was like 10 grams. So now I just do about a tablespoon or whatever that is. And now we just mix it to create this liquid consistency. Okay, so this usually takes me, this takes, I don't even know. Sometimes I just sit here meditating and thinking and mixing at the same time, but you're looking for just a kind of like a dirty water consistency. It's like if you were to have like muddy water in there. And you just mix it and 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 just keep mixing. And it's really enjoyable for me. Honestly, I take my time. I think, and I just stand here and relax while I do it or meditate. Kneading is really fun for me too. So, sourdough, water, honey, salt. And once that is mixed all the way in, or you get the big chunks broken up mostly, this is where you take your flour. Now, there's a ton of different types of flours you can use. I use spelt flour, and it's been tricky to kind of learn the consistency and the texture, but play with it. Honestly, just play with it. Keep practicing, and you get it pretty good. So, all right, so I'm gonna chuck it in. I wish my Latin was better for y'all, but that's okay. So this is what we do. This is just what I'm using to scoop it. I honestly, like I said, I don't measure. It's just throw flour in. Sometimes I just dump this whole thing in. Sometimes I put this in here, but since I make it so much, sometimes I just don't do that because it takes too long. So we mix that in. And when it starts to look like I can start kneading it with my hand, sometimes I'll go right in with my hand, which is more fun. I'll just go right in with my hand, like so. You want to peek down here? I'm going to have you peek down here. Here we go, right in with my hand. Just twisting on up. I'm just going to set you back here because it's just what we're going to do. And I'm going to scoot back so you can kind of see more of this. Okay, I'm going to grab some more flour, roll back, and just kind of poco a poco, little by little. Yo quiero hacer una película como esto en español, solamente. Voy a hacerlo. Okay, so it's still a little bit sticky, so just add flour until it feels right. What does feeling right mean? Well, when it's elastic, when it feels like bread that's being kneaded. But the more you do it, the more you'll get used to the feel of it. I think the coolest part about this is when it rises. and you just know you have a good batch of bread because it rises and it's bubbly. What I like to do, there's a couple of different things I like to do, but one of them is I let it rise overnight, and when I wake up in the morning, I put it in the oven for about 35 minutes, and boom, morning fresh bread. So good. The other one is I'll wake up around 3, start this, and then at 8 o'clock I'll split it into 2 batches. Okay, and then it'll rise by dinner time, and then I'll put some fresh bread in for dinner. So there's so many different ways that you can do it. Dump out the excess flour, or add more water, just whatever. And just keep at it. Keep at it. There's no, I think the thing I love about it is it's your creation. There's not really super wrong or super right way to do it. Just do it. I remember when I was reading up on this and I was watching YouTube videos, it's like, cook it for 475 degrees and get the tough crust. And I'm just like, I don't want the tough crust. And so I didn't. I decided I wanted to just have a softer crust. So I did it at 350 like normal bread is supposed to be baked, and it came out fantastic. And my kids will eat the crust now instead of just throwing out the crust. Some days they still don't eat the crust, but for the most part, now that I do it at 350 for 35 minutes or so, I just watch it. Sometimes I don't even set an alarm. I smell it. It's like you smell it and you're like, oh, it's done. But I guess these things will take practice. So I don't even know what time it is. It's like 6 p.m. Ow. It's like 6 p.m. I'm going to split this into 2 around 7:30 or 8. I'll tell you what's ideal though. You let this sit for about 3 or 4 hours. Just watch it. When it doubles, then you're going to split it into 2. So when this doubles or just gets puffy and you can push it down and it pops back up, split it into 2, and I'll show you that when this one's ready to go. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching, and if you have any questions, leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear what you would love to see next, or what I missed in the video that maybe you would want to see. And also give it a like and a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel.